How are you? Something like
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
that I want. Before I keep singing, because let me tell you,
You
you
sound
love me. Not like you. Let's be clear. Okay. I may think I sound like you when the song comes on, but the reality is
it's okay.
nowhere near. Jay Howell, I am Jackie Paige. I do middays. I'm here in DC at 93.9 WKYS. We have been like rocking your song heavy. It's something about
Yeah.
it.
I've been getting a lot of tags. A lot of people been tagging me saying they've been hearing it, catching on the radio out there.
It's a dope song. Like it's
Thank
so dope. It just comes on. It's something we've been missing for a very long time
you.
in the industry. Like just good R&B music, like
Yeah.
just good feel music. We've
Mhm.
gotten away from that, and it's so good to
And
see.
the love of it.
Yes.
Great love. We just got to get back to all of that.
Yes. So something about you, it is out. It is literally like making moves throughout the country. So not just here in DC. I think I saw you tag that somebody is being played in Raleigh. Like it's moving. It's all over the country at this point. First, how does that feel to know like one day I'm just in the studio singing a song, hoping for the best, and the next day, like, people know my name. They know who I am.
I think it's more, the thing that gets me is like, because I was in like, when I was making the album, I was just in a really like horrible space in the relationship and just life in general, like working. And so I just always think it's so amazing that like my pain and my struggles, people can take, you know what I'm saying? And it builds them, or, it's helping them get through this. I just think it's amazing. Like my story is doing it. But no, it's dope. I'll never get used to that feeling.
I know it's a great feeling to just like be driving and like, oh, somebody is listening to me. Like, so you said that in the process, though this song came out of like a relationship. Can you go into the details of well, you said the album came out of a relationship. So can you go into some details about like where the inspiration for where Something About You came from?
I mean, I feel like it comes from the same thing. You've been in a relationship, you've been hurt. Like it's no different. I just really channeled that energy. It was my first time being in love. I kind of got, not played. I don't want to say played. It wasn't. It's more than what I could talk about. But I really just felt what it was to like love someone and not have it work out, or not have that person equally yoked and invested like I was. So I just took all of it and I channeled it. And, I'm also like, is it empathy? Yeah. So if my friends are going through something, or if you start telling me about some stuff, like I take that and I just channel all that. So the album was a collective of a lot of things, but yeah, mainly I got my heart broke without going to, we'll talk outside of the Zoom.
So has that person like tried to slide back now?
No.
I feel like that always happens. Like the person will see you getting a glow up and they like, well, see what had happened was, and it's just like, I'm straight.
Yeah, so that's not our situation. Still very supportive. It's all love, and yeah.
It is what it is at this point. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing me, you do you. That's on period. Your voice is phenomenal, and I think you know that. We are getting like an amazing taste of you. At what point did you realize like, yo, I can not sing, but I can like blow, I can go?
I think I'm still learning it because I recently just started vocal lessons, my first time taking lessons, and she told me, she was like, I don't think that you're aware of your gift yet. And I'm like, well, not aware of my gift, but aware of my capabilities. And so I think I'm still just kind of getting used to that. And, your voice changes, so you have to grow and adjust. And, I'm finding what works for me. But initially I knew that I could sing. I started singing elementary. My choir teacher basically forced me in the choir and gave me a solo. And I did like a talent show after that. And I think that's what like solidified it, because I saw like how people reacted and, just getting like, oh my God, your voice. And I'm like, okay, well, this is not just a normal thing. Like maybe I should continue to work on it and keep singing. And it just kind of grew from there.
Okay. You also like write music, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anybody that you want to write for?
Not necessarily write for. I mean, I would love to write for, you know, a lot of people if
Yeah.
the opportunity presents. But I don't sit and think like, oh, I want to write this, because I don't
Yeah.
consider myself like, I write for me.
Hmm.
I don't aspire to like be a writer.
Yeah.
I know that's where the coin's at, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I don't aspire to be a
Yeah.
writer. But if I had to choose, I love Miguel. Like, anybody know me, I love Miguel. So I would love to write something for Miguel. Definitely, you know, Queen B. I love Beyonce.
Want to do
And
something
I
with
think
Beyonce?
somebody else that's really dope to me, and I was listening to her new album, but I've always loved her, Seven Streeter. Not that I
Ooh,
would
that's
want to
a
write
good one.
for her, but I would love to write with her, or for her to write me
Mhm.
something. I think that would be super dope.
Yeah, a lot of dope people there. Beyonce, Miguel. I mean, he's from the DMV, so you know we
Oh,
love.
really? I didn't know. I didn't even know that. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we love a little Miguel up here in 7th
Yeah,
Street. Her voice is just like, whew,
amazing. Yeah.
baby. Those would give what they needed to give. So you mentioned those are people that you would like to write for. Anybody that you want to like collab with, like
Them same
just
people.
vocally.
Same
Okay.
people. And I would love um I don't know. Kiana Lede. I don't know if you listen to Kiana
Yes.
Lede. I love her too. I don't know. It's a lot of people I would work with. Usher, you got so many people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm a firm believer in like speaking it into existence. So I'm like, you
Yeah,
know,
I
hey,
already got, listen, I'm already claiming my collab with Miguel. You know, it's already happening. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a summer banger, like all of it.
and see, listen, he's from the DMV. So there's a 99.99999% chance that he gonna see this and he may hold on, wait a minute. Can you slide me that? And before you know it, it's gonna be a Something About You remix
Yeah,
with you and Miguel.
that
So
would
when
be
that happens, just let him know.
Jackie
I
said
was
it
one of I put it together, okay?
first.
Put me down in the credits. It's like the thinker outer, the
I
person
got
that the
I will
person that thought
say
this thing.
your name and always give the credit.
So your EP is out. Are you working on an album, like an actual album? Can we expect that anytime soon?
So technically I have to stop saying EP because Red Room is the album. I just
Okay.
found out. But I am working on my second album. I actually just finished up. We're just like in the mixing and mastering stages right
Okay.
now. I don't have a date yet. I wanted to actually drop this month, but we got just a lot that happened in shows and stuff. So it was just like, eh. Um, but no, I definitely plan to drop soon. Album is done. I'm just, you know, packaging it up, getting it
What
finalized.
can we expect from the album?
A nice mixture. It's different from Red Room for sure. It's not
Okay.
as, you know, as, I don't want to say dark, but you know, Red Room was kind of heavy. Like, it's
Yeah.
heavy and
I
it's
mean, you were.
a lot of, yeah, heartbreak. And so this one will get some, you know, upbeat, you know, some little tempos, and um I think it's a lot of growth in there, you know, writing wise as well. I actually collab with a few people, writers, and I actually have a collab as well on the album, from another artist. So it's just, you know, I'm just experimenting. I want to say experimenting, but I'm experimenting.
I mean, that's a good word to use. It's an experimentation of like, you know, who you
Yeah.
are
I
now,
say
what you
because
are.
I don't want people to think that I'm like not who I am. Like, I'm venturing off into
Yeah.
something. This is just like I'm experimenting with the sound. Let me say
Yeah.
with
But I feel
sound.
like every time an artist
Yeah.
drops a new project, it's a new, because you're not dropping where you were, you're
Yeah.
dropping where you are, and who you are over time, over like that changes. So
It
I think it's
does.
like a great like experimenting, like you said, with sounds and with who I am. I think that's great because we get to see the different sides of who you are. You're not just you're a one-way street, like you got multiple streets, and we approve that message. When you're not in the studio, when you're not writing, what are some other things that you like doing in your free time?
I'm so boring, but outside of, because I'm really trying to get, you know, more into working out, so I'm always like at a park. Um, I don't know. I'm a Netflix man,
Okay.
you know, a bar here and there, but it's really chill. But I'm probably always working on music though, even if it could be just in the form of rehearsing, or just trying to think of how I can create a visual, or what I can do with this song to help promote it a little bit more. Like, so I'm pretty much always music, music, music. But I like to, you know, kick back. I love to bowl. I love to top golf. But outside of that, I'm a homebody.
I suck at both bowling and top golf, so it's good to
Oh, you
hear that there's
you
somebody.
suck?
Very much so.
I'm pretty good.
Those are not those are not my gifts, and I'm okay with that. But I will say, so you mentioned like, you're trying to get into working out. So that's actually something when I'm not on the radio, I'm actually a personal trainer. So that's what I do in my off time is I train, I teach Zumba, I do boot camp, aqua fitness. So I do a lot of like fitness stuff. But that bowling and that golf,
It's a wrap.
we just ain't, that's the part of like athleticism and sports that just ain't set in with my spirit at all.
So you just need to, feel good when you bowl, and it's gonna work out.
That's what I've heard before, but
so
when my
serious.
ball is always going over there into the gutter, it's just like, I'm just gonna go over here and go get something to drink because at this point, this is getting ghetto. So if people aren't following you yet, where can people find you out on social media, and where can they get the album?
Absolutely. The album Red Room is available on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them. I forgot the rest of them. But and you can check out my website, www.jhowellmusic.com. That's JHOWELL music.com. And follow me on Instagram at jhowellmusic1. Same thing, just add a 1. And yeah, all my music is available everywhere. New album coming soon.
We're ready for it. Last question. For somebody that's watching right now, they're like, hey, you know what? J Howell, I love his music. I love his sound. I love being able to like see his growth and how he's developing. What advice would you give to that person that is trying to get to where you are?
Advice today would be to breathe, and just take time to figure it out. Like, just know that it's not always our timing, but it's perfect timing. It's God's timing. And yeah, and just stay like, I try to just stay to myself. Like, it's so easy to, especially as you're growing and you're meeting different people, you're meeting bigger people, per se. And it's easy to get caught up in that whirlwind. If this is what I have to do, or this is what worked for this person, so this is what I have to do. And it doesn't always have to be like that. Like, I just try to stay focused, stay true to my craft, do music that makes me feel good. And I always just say a prayer to make sure at the end of the day that I connect and I touch a heart. That's my new prayer. And it's been working, you know what I'm saying? This is what I try to focus on. Like, granted, I want all the success from music, but at the end of the day, if I could change lives and connect with people, I feel like that means 10 times
so
more
much more. Yeah. Come on with the word on this Monday. I wasn't expecting it, but baby, I needed it. So thank you.
Look, that's why I said it was just on my heart. I'm like, that's why I said the word for today, because sometimes I get lost in, what I'm saying? I've been lost a few days, these last few days. I'm like, dang, but it's like, just haul in, stick to you, do what you do, and people that's supposed to love you will love you. Like, your fan base, it will grow. Like, people will connect. Like,
listen, I think that was a message for me.
Yeah, keep going.
Like, I took that one. Thank you. I appreciate it. DMV, J Howell, thank you again for just taking a few seconds to chat with me. I so appreciate it. Much love, much success. Like I said, we're rocking you up here in the DMV. We're loving you. You're Shazamming up here in the DMV. So we love you up here. So we ready for new music. We ready for the album. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, love.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.